Chapter 34, Sheba. In the name of God, the gracious, the compassionate. Praise be to God, to whom belongs everything in the heavens and the earth, and to him is the praise in the hereafter. He is the wise, the ever-aware. He knows what goes into the earth, and what comes out of it, and what comes down from the sky, and what climbs into it. He is the compassionate, forgiver. Those who rejected said,
The moment will not come upon us.
Say,
Yes, by my Lord, it will come to you.
He is the knower of the unseen, not even an atom's weight or less than that or greater can be hidden from him, be it in the heavens or the earth. All are in a clear record. That he may reward those who acknowledge and promote reforms. To them will be forgiveness and a generous provision. As for those who sought against our signs to frustrate them, they will have retribution of painful affliction. Those that have been given knowledge will see that what has been sent down to you from your Lord is the truth, and that it guides to the path of the noble, the praiseworthy. Those who rejected said,
Shall we lead you to a man who will tell you that after you are dismembered you will be created anew? Has he invented a lie against God, or is there madness in him?
Indeed, those who do not acknowledge the hereafter will be in retribution and far straying. Have they not seen all that is before them and behind them, in the heaven and the earth? If we wished, we could cause the earth to swallow them, or cause pieces of the sky to fall on them. In this is a sign for every obedient servant. We granted David blessings from us, O mountains, glorify with him, as well as the birds. We softened the iron for him. That you may make armor coats that fit perfectly, and work righteousness. For I am seer of what you do. For Solomon the wind was given, traveling 1 month coming and 1 month going, and we caused a spring of petroleum to flow for him. From among the jinn are those that worked for him by his Lord's leave, and any one of them who turns from our commands, we shall cause him to taste the retribution of the fire. They made for him what he desired of enclosures, and statues, and pools of deep reservoirs, and heavy pots. O family of David, work to show thanks. Only a few of my servants are appreciative. Then, when we decreed death for him, nothing informed them of his death until a worm kept eating from his staff, so when he fell down, the jinn realized that if they had known the unseen, they would not have remained in the humiliating retribution. There was for Sheba a sign in their homeland, with 2 paradises, on the right and the left. Eat from the provisions of your Lord, and be thankful to him. A good land, and a forgiving Lord. But they turned away, so we sent them a destructive flash flood, and we substituted their 2 gardens into 2 gardens of rotten fruits, thorny plants, and a skimpy harvest. We thus requited them for what they rejected. We do not requite except the ingrate. We placed between them and between the towns that we blessed, towns that were easy to see, and we measured the journey between them, travel in them by night and day in complete security. But they said,
Our Lord, make the measure between our journeys longer.
And they wronged themselves. So we made them a thing of the past, and we scattered them into small groups. In this are signs for every person who is patient, thankful. Perverse has been successful in his suggestions to them, for they followed him, except for a group of those who acknowledge. He did not have any authority over them except that we might know who acknowledged the hereafter from those who are doubtful about it. Your Lord is keeper over all things. Say,
Call on those whom you have claimed besides God. They do not possess even a single atom's weight in the heavens, or the earth. They possess no partnership therein, nor is there for him any assistant among them.
Nor will intercession be of any help with him, except for whom he has already given leave. Until when the terror has subsided from their hearts, they ask,
What did your Lord say?
They will say,
The truth.
He is the Most High, the Great. Say,
Who provides for you from the heavens and the earth?
Say,
God. Either we or you are guided, or are clearly astray.
Say,
You will not be asked about our crimes, nor will we be asked for what you do.
Say,
Our Lord will gather us together, then he will judge between us with truth. He is the judge, the knowledgeable.
Say,
Show me those whom you have set up, as partners with him. No, he is but God, the noble, and the wise.
We have sent you to all people to be a bearer of good news, as well as a warner, but most people do not know. They say,
When is this promise, if you are truthful?
Say,
You have an appointed day, which you cannot delay by one moment, nor advance.
Those who rejected have said,
We will not acknowledge this Quran, nor in what is already with him.
If you could but see these transgressors when they stand before their Lord, how they will accuse one another back and forth. Those who were weak will say to those who were mighty,
If it were not for you, we would have been those who acknowledge.
Those who were mighty will say to those who were weak,
Did we turn you away from the guidance after it had come to you? No, it was you who were criminal.
Those who were weak will say to those who were mighty,
No, it was your scheming night and day, when you commanded us to reject God, and to set up equals to him.
They will be filled with regret, when they see the retribution. We will place shackles around the necks of those who rejected. Are they not being requited for what they used to do? We do not send a warner to any town, except its privileged hedonists would say.
We reject what you have been sent with.
They said,
We have more wealth and more children, and we will not be punished.
Say,
My Lord gives provisions to whomever he wishes, or he restricts them, but most people do not know.
It is not your money or your children that will bring you closer to us, but only those who acknowledge and promote reforms. They will receive double the reward for their works, and they will reside in the high dwellings in peace. As for those who sought against our signs, they will be brought to the retribution. Say,
My Lord gives provisions to whom he wishes of his servants, and he restricts. Anything you spend, he will replace it, and he is the best of providers.
On the day when we gather them all, then we will say to the controllers, Was it you that these people used to serve? They will say,
Be you glorified. You are our Lord, not them. No, most of them were serving the jinn, most were those who acknowledged them.
So today, none of you can help or harm one another. We will say to the transgressors, Taste the retribution of the fire that you used to deny. When our clear signs were recited to them, they said,
This is but a man who wants to turn you away from what your parents were serving.
They also said,
This is nothing but a fabricated lie.
Those who rejected say of the truth when it has come to them,
This is nothing but evident magic.
We had not given to them any book to study, nor did we send to them before you any warner. Those before them had also denied, while they did not reach 1/10 of what we have given to this generation, so they denied my messengers. How severe was my retribution? Say,
I advise you to do one thing, that you stand to God, in pairs or, as individuals, then reflect. There is no madness in your friend, he is only a warner to you in the face of a severe retribution.
Say,
I have not asked you for any wage, you can keep it. My wage is from God, and he is witness over all things.
Say,
My Lord rebuts with the truth. He is the knower of all secrets.
Say,
The truth has come, while falsehood can neither initiate anything, nor resurrect.
Say,
If I stray, then I stray to my own loss. If I am guided, Then it is because of what my Lord inspired to me. He is here, near.
If you could but see, when they will be terrified with no escape, and they will be taken from a place that is near. They will say,
We acknowledge it.
but it will be far too late. They had rejected it in the past, and they conjectured about the unseen from a place far off. They will be separated from what they had desired, as was done for their counterparts before. They have been in grave doubt.